Hi, everybody. This is Benjamin Krudwig from the Design Time podcast, and this is a review today. If I do this in the right order, you might have seen my podcast already, episode number 30, where I talked about a bunch of finished objects, and I haven't seen you in months, and I apologize for that, but I am back, and I'm alive, and I'm feeling great. So, um, Today I am going to review Dale Garn Lerke Plus, and this is the ball band. Yeah, gosh, I'm getting a lot of glare. Let me see. Here we go. That should help a little bit. Kind of. So this is Dale Garn Lerke Plus, and this comes from Norway. This is a Norwegian yarn. However, this review is sponsored by Heart of the Mitten in Owasso, Michigan. They are a retailer of yarns, and they sent this for me to review. It is so they are the sole distributor or sole retailer of Dale Garn in America. Lerke Plus is a merino and oh my gosh, cotton blend. So it's 53% merino wool and 40% Egyptian cotton. And what I would say, this is about a DK weight yarn. And it's many, many plies. I'm not sure exactly how many plies it is, but it's, I don't know, a really beautiful yarn, in my opinion. It doesn't really, my camera doesn't focus. I don't understand why. I'm going to get a new one soon, hopefully. So I asked for 2 balls of yarn. It's 50 grams and 80 meters per skein. And I decided, because who doesn't love hats, and what do you do when you have 2 50-gram balls of yarn, is you make a hat. So I knit this hat. I talk a little bit about it in my podcast, episode number 30, but basically it's a cabled hat. The decreases create a star, and it's, I don't know, I love this pattern for a couple of reasons. I brought the ribbing all the way up through the pattern, and then the cables come together. They open up to show a purl section or a reverse stockinette section, and then they switch back and you only get the reverse stockinette. You can reverse it, and to me this looks a little, I mean, I still like it, but I can't tell you, there's something weird about it. Like, it looks like the pattern, it almost looks like a scarab. You see that? It's weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Anyway, I loved working with this yarn. And just so you all know, disclaimer, yes, they sent me this yarn for review. I am under no obligation to talk it up if I don't want to, but just for your sake, if I don't want to review something, I'm not going to ask to review it. So if it's something that I don't think I'm going to like, then I'm not going to review it at all. So when I, you know, when I am asked to review something and I think I'm going to like it, I'm going to say yes, and then I'm going to work with it, and then let you know. I genuinely liked working with this yarn. It's not very splitty, even though it is a cotton yarn, but I think the wool blend helps keep its shape. The wool gives it a loftiness that sometimes 100% cottons feel a little dense, in my opinion, but the wool really makes the cotton seem lighter. However, the cotton makes the wool feel even more soft, and there's something, it's kind of like a soft dryness as well. And so I think, you know, the cotton might be wicking away moisture. I'm not entirely sure what it's doing, but I like it. This, I feel like, would be really, really great for anything that's really textured. It holds its stitch definition really well. You can see here, the cables really pop off the fabric. And it would also just make some decent, like, stockinette fabric if you so chose. The one thing I would say is that with the cotton, I'm not sure how like a sweater would wear because cotton does tend to stretch as you wear. It's a lot like alpaca. Plant fibers just don't have memory like wool does. So I'm thinking that with the 53% merino wool, it'll have some memory, so that maybe a sweater would be okay, but you'd probably want to make it not so big, so it's not so heavy where everything like just pulls down. Again, you can get this at heartofthemitten.com, and they have lots of different colors. I chose gray because it matches everything in my wardrobe, and again, it's 50 grams and 80 meters, Lerke Plus. And I will use that yarn again. I'd be tempted to see what I could squeeze out of that second ball. This hat did take all of one ball plus probably a third of the next ball. So what is that, like between 60 and 70 meters of yarn? No, 60 and 70 grams of yarn, which would be about 100 to 120 meters, I think. Yeah, so go to heartofthemitten.com, pick up some of this yarn, and knit something. The pattern for this will be coming out shortly. I just need to finalize some details on it. Thanks.